Alright guys, this is the helmet, well this is similar to the helmet that you get from motorcycle-retro-helmets.com. They are based out of India, is where you're getting it from. It takes about 4 to 5 weeks for you to get it. The price that they list is, I think it's $50, and then you have to pay $40 for shipping. It has to clear customs. They send it in a really sketchy box. It's quite funny. It's like it's a white burlap wrapped cardboard box. It's pretty funny. You have to go and sign for it if you miss them at the door. Anyways, what else? Price, shipping. The original quality thing that you get. This is the red one. The first one I ordered was the black and white one that they mainly feature on their website. That was pretty nice, but it's just too big for me. I thought I have a large size head, and so that's what I ordered according to their little size specs, and the thing was too damn big for me. So I sold it to a buddy, and I bought this one. This is a medium. Fits me pretty well. Inside of it, the things are made out of fiberglass. And you can tell they just sprayed it onto a mold. And so all the cheek pieces here and everything, it's the same, about an eighth of an inch thick everywhere. And I didn't really like that, and so the first thing I did is I ripped out all the padding that came with it, and the stuff was really cheesy padding anyway. So I ripped it all out, and I filled in the cheekbones and the upper forehead and everything with a fiberglass Bondo filler. My thought there being, it does add some weight to it, but if you ever do take a face dive off of your bike, this is a fake helmet, but hopefully it'll actually protect you for the amount of time it takes for your ass to stop tumbling down the highway. So that gives me a little bit more peace of mind. Also, the nose piece here is not solid on the one that you get. I looked at a ton of different photos trying to figure out if they're solid or not, and they are not. They just have a black background, and that's why you can't tell. This, I filled it in. It's really just fiber, or it's not fiber. This is epoxy. I just put a piece of tape over it, flipped it over, poured epoxy in from the inside, let it dry, peeled the tape off, and then I did another layer here on the outside. And I scraped it up because you need a roughed up surface. Cover the rest of the helmet in tape. Then I spray painted just this with it's the black Rhino lining pickup bed liner, and that's just that piece. The goggles, or the lenses here, these are far cry from what actually came with it. What came with it was a pair of just clear, really flimsy plastic lenses, and I couldn't stand them. They'd fog up as soon as you put them on. These are cut up pieces of a children's size ski goggle lens that I got off of eBay. And I'll attach the link to the seller. I'll give you the link and the seller's name. But these are 20 bucks, and I used a soldering iron, cut the lenses in half, and I rotated them 90 degrees. You can do it however you want, but I got them up inside of there, and then I just used epoxy. Make sure to cover the lenses in tape on both sides so that you don't spill epoxy on the lenses. I did that to my first pair, ruined them. Really pissed me off, and I had to spend another $20 for another pair of lenses. But in the big scheme of things, $20 is not a big deal. And these lenses do not fog up at all. It's amazing. And I did leave, when I glued it, I left a little gap here at the bottom on both sides. And so that lets a little bit of air current through. Just like you can see here in the nose, I left a little gap. All those are up to you. It depends on how cold of weather you want to save this for. I know all summer I either don't wear a helmet at all, or I wear just the Trooper helmets. It's a little top fake thing. So you do get a ton of air. Right here is hollow as well. You get a ton of fucking air through these things. I haven't decided if I'm going to fill that in or not. I've thought about using anything from a fabric and just gluing it on the inside to let some air through, or filling it in with fiberglass again to drill holes, because you want some airflow. You don't have, in normal full-headed helmets have the vents up here. You don't have those, and so you have to decide on how damn hot is it and how much airflow do you want. The other thing I thought about doing is taking a shirt and gluing it somehow throughout here and leaving the neck hole of the t-shirt so that you put your head in through the t-shirt, and that blocks off all the air coming up. So, because the goal is that you can just throw this on and not ever have to wear goggles or glasses again. You just throw this on. This is your winter helmet, and you're set. The padding on the inside, I told you I ripped all that out. I went to like a thrift store, any type of thrift store or any other, used crap store you can go to. I got a crotch rocket helmet for 20 bucks, ripped all the padding out of it, and then I took that padding and I carefully put it up inside of here. I used a mixture of hot glue, works really well to get it formed, and I used epoxy to get it up in there, because once I got it in there, I didn't want it to come out again. And also they sell foam padding if you need to get any more padding here, especially up on the top. I have a solid inch of foam padding up here just to keep because you want your eyes to be centered here, and that doesn't really happen the way that they come. But you can buy the foam padding at Walmart. I think it was like $10 for the stuff I got, and I used half of it. So my buddy who I sold the other helmet to, I'm going to just give him my foam and let him do with it what he wants. On the inside here, this strap also, I took off the crotch rocket helmet. I just riveted it in place. You can see it's flat black, so you can't see a damn thing in here. But I got my shop light here. I'm going to try this. My poor coordination here. Alright. So anyways, you can see the paddings up in there. There we go. You can see the paddings in there. On the sides here, have patience. Doing this backwards in the camera is not easy. Okay, it's flat black. I'm giving up. Anyways, I have over-the-ear headphones mounted right inside of here, and I mounted them inside of the padding as well. It's a little tricky to get it lined up with your ear when you put it on. Make sure to take your time if you try to go that route. And this is the brilliant thing. I took one of these little iPods and I epoxied it right here in the center. The plug can come in and out easily, and I can also plug in and sync it this way easily. So I can sync and charge it, and the plug going to the headphones is right there. So everything is self-contained. My thought here is that it is so damn irritating when you're going down the highway and a song comes on that you fucking hate, you can't believe you haven't deleted the thing yet, or the volumes are different because you're cheap and you pirate music like I do, and every once in a while you get a song that you either can't hear at all or it's just too damn loud, it's just deafening you. Anyways, so then you're digging through your pocket trying to change the track and you can't, or change the volume, you can't. So now all you do is you reach up right here, and you can do it with either hand. The buttons are big enough you can feel them through your gloves. You can hit pause, next, up, down, volume, whatever you want. It's right here with either hand. So I thought I was quite pleased with myself whenever I thought of that. Overall, I mean, they're pretty decent. You know, if you want to spend money, I have about $200 into this helmet, and I'm just going to call it my winter helmet, or anytime I expect really shitty weather, I'm going to throw this thing on. I still do get plenty of air when I'm driving coming up through the bottom here or through the sides, and it's enough, just enough to irritate you. I can ignore it, but I'm blinking a lot, and I wear contacts, so it's kind of drying out my eyes. I'm either going to add another piece on the inside, just right here below the nose, just so that it comes across and blocks the air coming up, or I'll do something across the bottom, or maybe fill these in yet. I haven't quite decided. I just want to post this though for anyone trying to decide what to do. Their website is very vague on really the detail and the quality of these things. So if you had the patience to wait for one of them, they're pretty damn cool. They really creep people out. Another thing I thought about doing is putting like red LED lights down here, so that when I'm driving at night and I have like a red glow. I don't know. Stupid, whatever. If you have any questions or comments, I'll try to help you out. And that's about it. So good luck. Hope this helps somebody out.